I dyed my hair blue like a month ago and it's turning green, so that's really fun. I feel like I've always considered myself to be a creative person because I love to create. This is my sketchbook. I love it. It's amazing. I love it. Always, like, ever since I was really little, I would like draw a bunch and I would fill up like sketchbooks and I would fill up pages and I would like just draw all the time. In high school, I stopped creating as much. I think it was probably like my sophomore and junior year. It took me a long time to fill up sketchbooks. I wasn't drawing every day. I don't even know what I was doing with my time. I think it probably started when I got social media. I got Instagram. I didn't use it very much at first, but then I got really addicted. But before I was like 15, I was not really on YouTube. I had Pinterest, but I don't think that really counts that much. And I would create a lot then, but I think being online has like stunted that, and I see people online and I feel inspired by them, but I don't create anything. Just like a bit ago, some thoughts that I've been having a lot recently, and I might sound really stiff because I'm gonna be reading it. It's like right there, but it's true. I fear that my creativeness is a regurgitation of everything I've seen, and nothing I've ever made is original or my own. I feel like I've always like bounced off my ideas off of other people, and I think I felt like my art and my creations were more original when I wasn't seeing everyone else's and being influenced by them. I follow a ton of artists on Instagram who make me feel like super inspired, and they make me want to create and like become a poet or a musician or an animator or whatever it is that I want to be but am mediocre at. And I really enjoy getting inspired by these people, and whenever I'm on that side of Instagram, I'm like really happy and I'm like, man, I can't wait to like create. And I think I do pull a lot of inspiration from other people in the styles that I draw, and it's definitely opened my mind up to different ways that I can draw and different ways that I can use different materials that I had never thought of before, and I really appreciate that. But at the same time, I feel like I'm stealing. But the thing is, I feel like a lot of with my creations and my creativity, it's not, what's the word? It's not conscious. I don't realize I'm doing it because sometimes I'm just like making something and I'm like, yeah, this is my own idea, and I don't even know if it is because it was probably inspired by something I've seen before. I remember one time I told a joke to my friend or something, and I thought I knew for a fact that that joke was my own, and then I saw it in a movie and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize. Like, we don't even realize that we're taking. But I sometimes wonder if I would still feel like I'm stealing if I never went online and if I never saw all the things that everyone else has made. Or maybe I'd feel like I'd still be stealing from someone from seeing like other people in my real life make art, because I definitely have a lot of friends who are artists, and I pull inspiration from them because I really admire them a lot. And I'm like, how did you make that? Like, I had this one friend in middle school, and she would just make the coolest creepy art, and I would try to copy it, and I think that helped me get better as an artist. And I don't think that's bad, because it's not like I was selling it or anything. But another thought that I think sometimes keeps me from making art or from showing art that I think is original is that I don't know. I don't know if my art's original. I really hope it is. I think it is. But also, I get the feeling that I'm like just copying. But another thought or feeling that I've had is that like there's so much art, there's so much like information, so many people out there, like it's probably been made before, right? Like these ideas have been thought before, and us as people, we're so alike and similar to one another. Like, but I guess that shouldn't keep you from making art, because there's still like so much joy in it. So keep creating. Another thing I wanted to say is that I also use Pinterest a lot. I got Pinterest in like middle school, and it was like my only form of like social media or whatever for a few years. But I get frustrated with Pinterest because I feel like I've seen everything, and I don't usually use Pinterest for like big art projects, for like big like paintings, or for school projects, or for whatever. I usually just use it when I need to draw someone in my sketchbook, when I just need an outlet and I need a reference picture or whatever. But my problem with Pinterest is that everyone on there, and this isn't supposed to be a jab at anyone on there, but I feel like everyone on there looks like the same. Like it's all just like the most beautiful girl you've ever seen. And I want to see more regular looking people, I guess. And I'm not trying to say that they're not regular, but it's like every picture is like extremely posed and done up, and if you look up poses and reference pictures for poses, it's not natural, it's taken in a studio or whatever. And I guess I just want a place where I can find reference images that are more real. So I feel like oftentimes for pictures like that I need is I usually take pictures of myself or my friends, but I don't take enough pictures when I'm around my friends, and I wish I did, because I have so many pretty friends and I want to draw them, but I don't. But I often end up drawing myself as a result of wanting different reference pictures or whatever. And so I end up drawing myself a lot. And I think in the past year, like I think about half the art I've made has been self-portraits or versions of it in some way. For my senior year in high school, I just graduated like 8 months ago. So, but for my senior year, I took 2 AP art classes, and both of my topics or whatever. They were about me and about how I feel about certain topics and subjects and stuff. And so I drew myself a lot, and sometimes that makes me feel like self-obsessed, and I don't want to feel that way. Like, I feel selfish for using my art to draw myself, but it's not always like, oh, I think I'm so pretty, let me go draw myself. It's like it's not always like, I think I'm so pretty, let me go draw myself. Sometimes it's just like, I don't know, like, I guess I definitely feel pretty sometimes, and I also definitely don't feel pretty sometimes. And I think what I've started doing is to try to combat that. I've started, like, if I'm insecure about something, I guess I think this probably started in middle school, but like, if I'm so insecure about something about myself that I don't like, I draw it, and it's kind of a sense of comfort in a way. So I guess in my sketchbook, I really don't like how my face looks when I smile. I feel like it looks big, and I feel like I just look big, like my head looks so round and whatever, but that's such a, like, I just want to smile. So a lot of the times in pictures, I don't really have any pictures that I take of myself that I'm smiling in, because I feel like my head just looks like a marshmallow or something, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I want to feel better about myself. So I drew a picture of myself smiling, and I was like, yeah, there's like even art in that. Another thing is like my hands. I really don't like how my hands look, but I don't think drawing really helped with that one, so that's a little funny. But I don't know where I was going next, but it's a new year. It's, I think, halfway through January, which is insane, because I feel like I haven't done anything for the last month. I've been on break from college, and I've just been working like 4 days a week probably, which isn't that much, but it also feels like so much at the same time. I think it's just because I've been closing like every night, and that's tiring, but also my shifts are really short, so I go in and I close, I get home late, and then I go to bed late, and then I wake up late, and then I go to work again. And I feel like every time I try to finally get into creating, I'm like, because I wake up and then I get on my phone, or I watch TV. Or I watch TV, and then I waste away like my whole morning, and I don't spend any time creating. And then when I finally do, it's like maybe 40 minutes before I go into work, and I'm like, I'm drawing, and I'm like, yes, finally. And then I have to get ready and go to work, and I feel like I have no time, but I do, and I'm just not spending it well. So I guess with the new year, I really want to fix that because I really want to be more conscious of my time, and I really want to create more. I want to spend more time just like making stuff all the time. I think in October, and July, I was probably at like the height of my constant creation for this year. Or maybe it was September. It was September. And like July, I was making a lot of stuff all the time. And that was a lot of fun. I think part of the reason was I was with friends who I would create with, and being around creative people. I don't want to be left out, and I want to make with them. I went to art club once a week for a couple of months, and I wish I went more, but I got so tired and I'd have to go to work straight after, so I wasn't very good at that. But that really helped me just like be creative, and it wasn't always like art that I'd usually make. It would be stuff like Lego printmaking, or like I made these buttons one time. It was fun. I miss that. Hopefully I'll do more this semester. But yeah, I think it really helps to be around creative people to get into the creative mindset. Yeah. I guess with all this rambling, one tip or something that you can take away, that I took away from myself when I was trying to create a lot, is that have a sketchbook that you can mess up in, and that you can also make good pieces of art in. Like, let yourself have room to breathe. And if you want to be a constant creator, you have to be okay with constantly making art you're not proud of. And I think sometimes it's okay to just scribble on a page or just paint it all black or something. You don't have to have perfect art all the time. And I think it's more impressive to show your highs and lows. Also, another thing for keeping a sketchbook, I think I started this a couple years ago, but to date all your pages. I think it's so important to know where you were at a certain point, and also you can look around and see how your sketchbook or how your art can relate to what was going on in your life at that time. I think that's really interesting. That's all I have to say. I love to talk. Also, I started this hat in July, and I made these ears earlier this week, and I think it's so cute. So, yeah.